ass, running his mouth, doing all that screaming shit. Now he was doing with Sean. That shit don't work with everybody, especially when you screaming about nothing. Dude smoked him. Chill out. See, in Ohio, I know they do that out here too, but in Ohio, when niggas ain't ever boxed, the first thing they start talking about is some martial arts they did. That's crazy talking. That's the first thing they do. No, I did a little more. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Cause my nigga Chico really did martial arts. Nigga, he was a black belt in Taekwondo. Never seen you nowhere. Niggas really never seen you in no dojo. Out here capping. You wasn't in nobody's dojo talking about, yeah, I just did martial arts. Nigga, you wasn't Zab Judah Daddy. Zab Judah Daddy really competed, bro. He was on his Brian Schwartz. What's good? What's good with Hamza? Blood DS said. What's good, DS? We already got 5 in here. Hey, listen, I know y'all seen the caption. Let me put on my dope era hat on this Sunday because it's red. And the sun gives off a red hot fire electromagnetic energy. It's called the Uat, actually, but in the Egyptian Book of the Dead, they call it the Uatchet. And it's the hot serpent energy and the Nehebet. Them the two serpents to come up. Bang. The Oraut is what they call them, or the Uraus. Listen, that's the Kundalini energy, basically, to come up your spine. I felt it the other day when I was meditating. You could literally feel the energy pulsating up the back of your fucking head. It's crazy. Because my nigga actually, Aaron Pauls, had gave me some Chiba. So I hit the Chiba, and it was some white boy Chiba. Listen, when we smoke white boys weed, it got different type of powers. I'm telling you, blood. They really do it different. I'm ripped on here too, by the way. God body at all times. So look, I smoke it, I go upstairs, and I hit the Aung Hang Shang. I hit them words of power for the pineal gland, the Anja or the Anya. I hit that, right? I literally felt the energy going up, hitting the back of the top of my crown for real. It was crazy. I'm like, damn, am I really feeling this? Or is it just me? No, because I don't be into feelings. I'm into logic. So when I felt the pulsating going, see, this is the thing. I got a video in my phone. I'm gonna show y'all. When you meditate, your brain actually move inside the skull. That's the bolt of Ra, actually. So when that is, because you got water inside your head, my G. No, for real. Hey, listen. Bam is not a dog. Bam, when it comes to boxing, is a divine being. He's out of the mammalian brain and into the neocortex. That's what I want to talk about. T.O.'s fundamentals are trash. He's trash. I'm sorry. If you would have put Claggett in there with Tank Davis, that is a 4 round, 6 round fight. He can have his hands up and be pressing and doing all of that. He gonna run into a shot. And this is the thing, my homie Norbs, shout out to Architect of Battle Rap. My homie Norbs from the URL, my man Norbs. He's saying he wasn't impressed with Tank like that. And I get it. Because he's a historian and it's because against Frank, listen, blood, left-handers is maybe because I sparred my man's Aaron a lot. When you watch Floyd and then you get in there with somebody with your same hand, you like, oh, I get to shell it up. I get to jab to the guts. I ain't gotta be doing all this tying up a hand, and eventually you fall into place with the right handers. But when you fight a left hander, you could catch the jab regular. You could really do those things. You see what I'm saying? That's why I was able to knock dude out my second fight. He was left handed. he was susceptible to a hook because left-handers drop their left hand. Sometimes they carry it under their chin. But when you really know, you just drop that chin down. Teofimo, even as a right-hander, does not know how to execute a jab properly. He does the things that you would that are fundamentally as far as executing the fundamental basis of the punches. Basically, when he needs to turn a corner, he will check hook. But he's not throwing the check hook properly and using the jab to set up the check hook and the distance of it. So then when he does pivot, he can damn near knock a nigga's brains out off the check hook. Because when you use the jab off the check hook, as Floyd did against Ricky Hatton, what made it so perfect was because he used the jab first so he can determine the actual fucking distance of a check hook. Is this common just regular boxing or am I tripping? Or do I know boxing on another level? What? Because I'm just talking regular shit. The jab, well, you know what? It's not regular to some people because when you jab, if you use the jab properly, you will know if you got to throw a long right hand, a short right hand, a short hook, a longer hook. How you never throw an uppercut from long range. And that's why. Teofimo does not use it. I know they bars. Hit my cash app. They're bars because the jab is the punch that regulates the defense of a fighter and regulates when the fighter can come in, how you can come forward without getting hit. This is why Ray Leonard had problems with Tommy Hearns and had to use inside out movement because Tommy Hearns, as a tall fighter, will never not use his jab. He will use the jab to the death. The check hook, the uppercuts, and that makes it hard for a shorter fighter to get inside. He knows how to dictate the range on the jab. If T.O. get in there with Brian Norman next, he gonna get hurt, bro. He gonna get hurt. That's not a good fight for him. You know why? Because Brian Norman Jr.'s daddy actually boxed. That's why that nigga crazy good in there like that. Brian, I said, listen, I said this, and my man Low Nose Boxing said that I was tripping last night. I had to hang up on him. Cortland Mook, I said Norman stops Tio. Brian Norman Jr. gonna stop Teofimo. I said it. His fundamentals are too clean. His daddy actually boxed. I watched him fight off the ropes, bro. He fight off the ropes. So technical. The only thing he do is square up. Brian Norman Jr. hurt T.O., bro. Get him out of here. You know why? Because he knows how to use his jab. T.O. doesn't. And Brian Norman Jr. right-handed. It'll be a good clinic. It'll be a good clinic. It still will be a hard fight because T.O.'s athleticism and his heart and he fast. But Brian Norman Jr. black. And he athletic, but he got fundamentals, bro. He knows how to execute a proper jab in a professional realm of boxing. Like Teofimo is athletic, bro. I was watching him one time. He got real like Leo cat like reflexes. Listen, my man Aaron was saying when I tore my Achilles, I stopped doing that. I stopped doing it because once I start watching Canelo and watching Floyd and watching all the all-time greats, it don't take all of that. And listen, when you training with Dre, man, watching Dre, man, Dre is not even athletic, bro. Andre Ward to tell you, I ain't got athletic skill like that. He be on your ass with fundamentals, bro. Constantly on your fucking back. And he fast. Teofimo's technique, his technique is his fundamental technique is why he not looking good in there, bro. His fundamental technique is why he not looking good, bruh. And it's the difference between him and Bam Rodriguez. Because he not fundamentally sound. He got athleticism, but the fundamentals, his fundamentals is trash, doodle ball. He don't. His fundamentals is weak. KP from the KC5. Facts. Ward was technical. And that's really, this is the part where I be saying boxing. Listen, when you watch Bam Rodriguez, I was just talking to my man Norbs about him. Listen, what makes him so successful in the ring is he bends his knees. Listen, Tiafimo is gonna continue to be trash unless he get a new coach, and that's just final. We ain't gotta spend time busting his pack. He has all the athletic gifts, but his daddy don't know no professional fundamentals. Listen, Jamaican black castor oil is the best. Haitian black castor oil and Jamaican castor oil is the best oils. That was just a side note. Like watching these guys, look, watching T.O. was cringy. Watching Bam, I need to watch that fight. Listen, Estrada is nice. Estrada, listen, getting knocked down like that, Bam is bending his knees and moving his head, attacking to the head and the body on a regular basis. That is a fact. Real Rock G. Those are facts. Those are facts, dog. Bam know what he's doing in there. He was literally in there like this. Left hand shit. Uh, uh, literally, listen, dude, that's all I talk about is people doing this. That's all I talk about is having doing this. That's exactly what he does to be successful. Shit. That can be worked on. That could be worked on. No, he don't fight down to his comp. He is down. He not that good because he don't have no fundamentals. I keep telling y'all, your daddy can't teach you something he ain't never really did. Your dad cannot teach you something he ain't never really did, dog. This is why Brian Norman Jr. is who he is. I would, if I was T.O., I wouldn't take that. Brian Norman Jr. got decent size too. I wouldn't take that if I was T.O. What? Bro, what is you talking about, nigga? Hey, blood, you automatically going on 24 hours. Because you just talking stupid in the fucking chat. I ain't got time for that. Excuse my language, with you 24 hours. I'm gonna stop making excuses. What excuses? I'm on here, bro, his fundamentals are trash. That's why he asked. That's not an excuse. He don't have good fundamentals. That's what I'm saying. That's why he's asked. And that's why you got to take a break for 24 hours of talking on here. That's your ass, Mr. Postman. You heard what he said. Talking about I'm making excuses for T.O. That ain't no excuse. His fundamentals are trash. That's why he trash. That's why I had to turn him off. I don't even watch him. All that type of boxing is the exposure of it. It's becoming exposed. We going back to the golden era. He needs to take on a new trainer and save his career quick. He should have stopped that guy last night. He doesn't even know how to break these guys down, man. At 140, if Floyd would have fought that type of fighter, bro, Floyd would have stopped him. Floyd would have stopped dude. All the fighters I named would have stopped Claggett. He got 7 losses. Anytime a fighter with the high guard like that coming forward, you meet him with the hard jab to the stomach to stop him in his tracks. What the, like, what? How do I know that? No, Tio's been cheeks. When you on them low levels, them guys don't have fundamentals. You just be at the lower weight classes beating up little guys. When you get to higher levels of boxing and you really get into the cream of the crop, your fundamentals, how you stand, how you deliver punches. I mean, actually, how you're landing the shot, how you stand with your knees, how you slip the shots. All of that thing, all of those things matter. We talking about Bam. That's what the subject is about. The caption, the topic. Bam Rodriguez is the real deal holy. He that real Foreman grill. He not the real deal Holyfield grill. That wasn't the real Foreman. Real deal Holyfield really had a grill out, but it wasn't the real Foreman though. Bam Rodriguez is the real deal Holyfield Foreman grill. I watched him. He bent his knees so perfectly. Listen, that is a part of the all-time great boxing style. The way you bend your knees. I literally watched a real white man, a real YT, white, hands like this and everything. He knows no other thing, but what he did know is how to bend. And even his defense was lacking in the fact that he defended by raising his arm up like this to block the punch because the white man he was fighting was throwing hard shots. See, that's one thing about them white men, them Europeans. They all got solid power. You know the one who don't got solid power? Josh Kelly, because he try to fight like a nigga and he moves like a Negro, and he's fast. He needs to slow down, turn over his shots, but he does everything technically right. He bends his knees a certain way, but he ain't got no inside work. He really listen. I don't give a fuck who you is. You primarily fight off the back foot because your defensive abilities are lacking somewhere and you're not confident of staying in there. That's a fact. It shows in your fight. Paulie Malignaggi. Why you just can't stand right there? What are you not doing? To where you can't just be on the inside, catching, slipping, rolling, coming up under, where you can just do that a whole fight. Why are you all over the fucking ring? You know why I'm saying? Because I watched James Toney and I watched Floyd with a torn rotator cuff, a hurt hand, have to just stay there. And one, you just gonna have to fucking stay there and figure it out. And if you're not fundamentally sound, somebody gonna start wearing you down because while you think you slipping the right way, you're not slipping the right way because you're not standing the right way. And then you think you're gonna be out of the way of a shot, and the nigga gonna throw that awkward shot and clip your ass. And you're gonna be like, why am I getting hit still? I'm moving. You're not moving in the fundamental realm of the three-dimensional construct of boxing. You're squaring. You're not doing that shit right. You making unfundamental fucking flaws, and niggas is throwing unfundamental shots because you in a position you think you can get hit. Bang, loop you. You hit. Now you all over the place. No, you don't need. Tiafimo is ass. He's Basura. You know why? I don't fuck if his dad won the Golden Gloves, was a good amateur. Professional boxing has, it's, listen, it's called the sweet science. That means there are fundamental things that are involved in the science of boxing that you cannot break. If you want to go to the highest level, you cannot break these. I don't give a fuck who you is. You argue with your mama. I watch the all-time greats. They all do the same shit. I don't care who they style is, how it is. To who, it don't matter what they style is. The fundamentals don't have a style. It just is what it is.
It is what it is, guys.
And Bam Rodriguez has supreme fundamentals. And listen, I can even tell when his fundamentals was lacking because he stopped pivoting towards his right, standing in front of the right hander, slipping. You can't just keep doing that, even though you bending your knees and getting low. Because he caught him with a nice right hand, square, and sat him down. And when he got up, he like, I know what I was doing. I stopped pivoting. Shut up. Why the fuck is you barking? Great. Hey, blood, go have a seat. Then he got back on that pivot, and then Estrada started having more problems because he was pivoting towards the left hand to the right side, which the Pacquiao way you go. Freddie Roach used to make Pacquiao duck under that hook. That's why he used to be catching people. And that kept Pacquiao from going that way. And then Marquez learned later on down the line, it don't matter. He comes straight down the pipe. He faint with his hands down. He not fundamentally sound. Bang, right hand, gone, sleep. Sleep. Yeah, because James Toney, even when he fought left or right handers, he wasn't saying, when you fight a left hander and you get out of position, I seen it with Tony Zelle last night, white boy. Dude, he was at an awkward right hand position. Dude threw a shot. He just turned and threw the right hand back. Like, bitch, don't think I'm out of position. I'm still throwing shots. And he was like, dude, say the ropes is right here. Dude. Yeah. No, they just need to watch Tony. They're gonna find a Graciano. Tony Zale, and it's Zale. My homie Aaron put me on. But if you watching them all, they know, because in them 40s they had real skills. Say the ropes is right straight ahead. No, say the ropes is straight ahead like on the camera. Dude was kind of in this, had caught an angle on Tony Zale and was like on his left hand shoulder, and he kind of tried to get off, and Zale was like at a weird angle like this. That nigga just turned and took something off the shot and just came back with the right hook. I was like, damn, that was kind of awkward, but he didn't want dude to really think he had that angle on him to where he could capitalize. So he threw the shot again. Hamza, can you throw? Hold on, my man Joe Breezy. Hey man, hit that cash app. It's 20 people in here, blood. What is y'all doing? Y'all better hit that cash app. Nigga, hit my cash app. Look, it's Sunday. This is donations for the spirituals, for the spiritual knowledge of boxing. This is a session. It says Tio will get. No, listen, we're not even going to entertain Tiafimo get in there with a Bud Crawford. It's not entertainable. James Toney was the best at standing and slipping. Of course, Toney versus Jirov was a master class in slipping punches. Yeah, that white boy was on his back too, and he had to come back later in that fight. That was a good fight for Toney. And Emmanuel Stewart was in his emotions with that fight because he was in the gym. Well, oh my God, Emmanuel Stewart was Emmanuel. Again, shout out to Emmanuel because he was really the GOAT trainer for real. Um, yeah, and listen, Emmanuel Stewart won the nationals and the amateurs, but they fought with no headgear. So that means your head movement had to be even in your amateur style. Get your head knocked off in the Amis. It didn't matter if they was bigger gloves. You didn't wear a headgear. So it was the pros. And this is the crazy part. In the amateurs, it's only 2 or 3 minute rounds, and it's only three. So you gotta be active. You can't be playing. You gotta be active. You gotta be active. It says, and my man Joe Breezy, Diaz said, Hamza, can you throw that left like Rigo and drop folks? Nigga, what you fuck is you talking about, nigga? My left was like Rigo. Nigga, my left came in all forms, shapes, sizes. Nigga, overhand. I had the overhand. My nigga Prentice Brewers taught me the overhand because he kept hitting me with that bitch.
You want me to tell you something? When I was in camp with Peter Quillen, he taught me that shit too. Because Quillen,
yeah, that's a fact.
He'll size you up with the right hand.
And then curve it.
Coming over the top, then he'll cut it around the corner. It's like a little small segment.
Yeah, no, facts.
The segment be small. He'll slip your punch straight. And it won't even be hard. But when he throw
his natural one, that's his natural
one.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot today. Your ball's gonna be hot. I'm telling you, blood. I've been looking at the temperatures. It's a heat warning for all week. It's gonna be in the 90s. Hey, pause. Hey, I'm alive, blood. That's his wife. That's his wife, respectfully. Hit the cash app with family time when we talk. Hey, y'all both better stop looking at me. You better. Why you flinching? Asia ain't gonna flinch. Hey, just pour me a little swag of that. I added some more water. Because that steam was coming. And the steam, you got to keep adding a little water and put the top on it so the steam will keep the steam from coming out. That's prime Hamza, blood. Robert Garcia trains Bam Bam good. Listen, Robert Garcia.
That Mikey work.
No, listen. That's Mikey's big bro. This is the thing. The type of trainer that Robert Garcia is, your natural style is gonna come out in your fighting because he's only training your fundies. He's not training you to do nothing. If you get low, you get low. He's still gonna teach you how to punch from there. Robert Garcia had great fundamentals and he was a world champion. That's what I'm like. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, y'all, Dad, you lucky I ain't you. When I get my stamps, I'm buying water. Y'all not look what you did. Look. No, it's too late. I'm over here. You gotta pinch it back.
If you just walked away.
Then wasting water. You wasting the most important resource in here. Bam Rodriguez is good because his fundamentals are A1 and he's trained by a world champion. It don't matter what sparring he get. They was just showing him sparring Chocolatito. If he fight him, he gonna stop him.
He ain't fighting Chocolatito, that's homeboy.
Alright, he not fighting him, so that means yeah, that's homeboy. That's why he fought Estrada. That's home team.
Yeah.
You know who should train Errol Spence? Who would have been the best? Robert Garcia would have been the best trainer for Errol Spence.
Good Texas shit.
That would have been great training. Wait, if I'm not mistaken, did Robert Garcia's dad train Fernando Vargas?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and listen, Fernando Vargas was nasty in there. He was in there with Tito. Tito was just big, and Vargas was doing all types of everything. But Vargas had slips, dips, slipping and sliding combinations. Vargas knew what he was doing. Hey, listen, yeah, Virgil Ortiz, that whole camp is nasty. That's why they nasty. That whole camp. Listen, that's how you know you got a good coach. That everybody in your camp, Virgil Ortiz, with the Garcias, them niggas is the best coaches.
Like that nigga
Bohachuk.
Yeah.
Listen, he gonna beat him.
That's gonna be some work.
He gonna beat him because he fought a smaller version of him in Mean Machine. And Mean Machine is a hard ass puncher.
Who's the Mean Machine?
Igor Kavalaskis, the nigga who busted Prentice's pack and was on top rank before we even left the scene. Bohachuk, he gonna look cause Virgil Ortiz know how to fight them Europeans because they tailor made for him. They don't move their head and they come straight forward.
He can't take that pressure on that. You know that.
Who can't? A Mexican? You talking crazy. You see how this little guy talking crazy?
I'm gonna tell you though, if dude got Ortiz backing up, Ortiz ain't gonna be able to fuck with dude.
No, I seen Ortiz. Ortiz got sneaky defense that niggas ain't seen because I watched some of his fights. Ortiz literally be in there. Virgil Ortiz be in there doing shit like this for real. Like he'll be in there like yeah. I seen him in there. Like that's what I'm saying. That he gonna bust dude's fucking pack. And cause dude gonna be coming forward on his European. You can't fight Ortiz like that. Especially no Mexicans. They'll bust your pack. That's what I'm saying. And you're not gonna.
And if he ain't going forward, his ass gonna be out.
No, he could box off the back. That nigga Ortiz can box, my nigga. That nigga Virgil Ortiz can box.
When I watched him, he just looked like he just.
What fight you watch? Watch when he fought at the 140s, and he was fighting.
No, I watched it. I ain't seen none of his recent new shit because I got off of him a little bit when he was.
I ain't talking about. I'm talking about when he was at 140.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got off of him like around.
You gotta watch him when he was at that weight. When you was at that weight, he was fighting some smaller guys. He was in there busting packs. Virgil Ortiz got some underrated skills. I seen him.
Can we mirror this TV off of the phone?
Off your iPhone?
Yeah, AJ gotta practice.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
What is that?
I gotta submit that tape by
Serhi Bohachuk. Hey Asia, when you practicing your dances, you have to have good posture and keep your back straight. You cannot be when you dancing. Hey, give me a shirt. Give me a bigger shirt. Go upstairs on Aaron's bed and grab me a shirt real quick. When you dancing, you can't be hunched over like this, and you have to make your movements explosive. You can't.
I'm telling you to pop when you pop.
You gotta really be on it. Why you done? Listen, you ain't gonna be looking at me like that, like you're looking at your dad, because I don't fucking play that. My daughter's a cheerleader and honestly could dance, and they both know they cannot see me. And when you ask them, they be like, "You think you could dance better than your dad?" No, I ain't no professional.
Yeah.
Grab me a shirt. Man, you act like you can. You see how you just fainted out your damn boots? No, don't show her no street dancing. She needs some technical dancing. Listen, you got to make sure when you're dancing, I don't care if you, I don't care what you doing. I don't care if you moving your chest and you gotta have a certain posture and you have to be explosive. You see what I'm saying? You gotta be explosive when you moving and you can't just be shy with it. You see, I don't dance in front of people, but you can't be right here with it right here. No, you gotta be hand out. You gotta be really getting it, moving.
Dad can't teach you.
You see what I'm saying? I used to be a dancer. I had a group. We used to perform. We opened up for Ja Rule, 112, MC Breeze.
No, Jay, that's the shit I be trying. I can't show her, but I can tell her because that's the shit my partners used to do. Like all my partners used to be into that dancing shit. Brown used to even be into that dancing shit. I just really couldn't hit that shit like that.
That shit just take time.
Yeah, just core.
Nigga, I always could dance, but it took me a long time to learn how to
Like my partner Omar that used to
See,
train
they
with
be
us.
doing that.
My
It's a
partner,
cheers. It's the halftime. The kids
my
dancing.
partner Omar that used to train with
That
us.
part.
These white girls be killing me with their moves,
No,
dog.
and then she has a freestyle 8 count at the end. Let's go together for her.
We're holding 5, 6. I'm jumping out 7. My head initiates
5,
up
6,
8.
7, 8.
I'm going to the left with my chest to go 1, in, 2. Carving to the right to go 3, sit.
See
4.
that?
Push
Oh,
down,
you gotta
8,
really,
5, 6.
you gotta
7.
stretch.
Look to the side. 8. So this whole time,
And
I'm really
to,
thinking about opening the
and this
chest.
is the thing. It's not that you can't dance with rhythm. You have to. It's like boxing. We practice this shit all day. You have to practice. You have to be in front of a mirror. I was literally doing this shit the other day. Like, I'll set the mirror up like this. All dancers have mirrors in their studios. I set the mirror up like this, and then I just practice going like this over and over until I'm like, until it looks fake. Until you, when you start moving, you look like a snake when you moving. It don't matter if you walking. And then I was practicing just moving my legs. So we used to do this and we used to dance. Yeah, because your daddy's footwork is trash. Aaron's footwork is trash. Akai's footwork is good. He got athletic feet, but he started early. So it's really not the it's not the it's not the it's the routine. You gotta know it, but you gotta know the fundamental movements of what they want you to do, and you gotta be able to get roll that body. You gotta know what the shoulders do. What do you want? I don't know. Is it in the trash? It's right here. You know why? Because it was just sitting out and it was bent up. I thought it was trash. It can't be no money on it. You don't keep up with it. No, you had it all over the place. Hey, do good, Asia, and practice. And remember, it's all about it's listen, it's about attitude. It's about having attitude when you dance. You gotta have that attitude. He said your dude popped in and asked something silly. Oh, it don't matter. Listen, dog. You got to be able to when you boxing that Bam Rodriguez work was crazy nasty in there because he was really understanding how to bend. And then I like I said, when Estrada when he when he when Estrada caught on to him standing right there, it didn't take a hard shot to drop him. It didn't take a hard shot for Estrada to drop Bam because he got caught just standing in front of him. You can't stand in front of a good fighter. It doesn't matter who you are. I don't care if you bam, spam. You can't stand in front of a good fighter. You can't. That shit is bust your pack. You cannot stand in front of a good fighter. Hit my cash app though. The moment you do that, you're leaving yourself in a detrimental position to get your Pacquiante set out all over the place. You really are. You really are. You really are. You got to be very careful, dog. The reason being too is a good experienced fighter know when he see the same thing. Oh, he doing that. Then his coach tell him, "Hey, yeah, when you see him get low and slip, and just hit him with the right hand. He's standing right in front of you. Why ain't you? Bang! You hit him, he fall. He was off balance. It don't matter. It was a good shot. And those shots be harder than what you think they be. Pause. Those shots be harder than what you think they are. They definitely are. They're a lot harder than you think they are. Cause you really didn't think you was in a position to get hit. You be in that dead man position with the knees bent, which is empty space right there. And it's mad space for you to do things. Boom, 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 boom. You can move in and out of range, side to side, north, south, east, west. And then people will be missing. But if you do too much of that, somebody can get into that space. Oh, I caught on to it. Uppies. He would just start getting low. He'll start, if he's smart, he'll start going to your body. The thing is, once you close the distance on Bam, he gonna start punching. You see what I'm saying? Once you close the distance on Rodriguez, he's gonna start punching. Anyway is good. Anyway is good. Anyway is good. But I tell you one, he gotta learn how to move that head dome piece. Pause. Because he don't be moving his head. Hey, get off the couch. He don't be moving his head. And when you don't move your head, dog, it's a recipe for disaster. So you can go up in weight, but anyway gonna have to improve his defense. He never got hit with uppercuts because he knew how to block them. And his head was never in position. First and foremost, his head was never in position to invite the uppercut. See, that's the thing. What depending on where your head is, you invite the person to throw the shot. You want me to make that up? Depending on what position your head is in, you invite the guy to throw a shot at you. You invite it. You telling him, hey, blood, hit me with this. Please. I want you to hit me upside my head with this shot. I need you to. You got to. Please do it. Knock my head off. Please knock my head off. That's why you got to bend your knees a certain way. You got to do everything a certain way in there. If you don't do it, that's what invites the punches that you getting. That's what invites the punches you're getting. You have to know how to move your head a certain way. Got to. Then you gotta move your dome. Hey, back up, Knight. You ain't about to do shit. Watch out. Thank you. Yeah, UPS man coming by, dropping off a bread frame for Neffs, the Pharaoh. But yeah, like you think it's sweet in there. It's not. It's not sweet and tiny. It's not Sweetington in there, buddy. You gotta be careful in there. That's why I be saying, like, soon as I look at your style and I'll be like, yeah, a lot of people can't take them shots, but there is gonna be somebody that can. A la Tyson Fury. And if you wanna have longevity in the game of boxing, You cannot be in there taking shots. You can't, especially when you coming from the smaller weights. This is why Roberto Duran got better over time. Like when you watch Roberto Duran's early fights, Roberto Duran used to fight like a wild man in there. Like real talk. Roberto used to be in there going in, buddy. Roberto would be in there getting work. Like, especially at them littler weights, he'll be in there getting real work. He'll be in there getting real work, buddy. And once I seen that, I'm like, oh, over time, he started to realize, oh no, you gotta slip like this. You gotta remember, boxing in '68 was a little bit different. It's still skill based and all of that. Everybody, but it started to grow in its skill. It started to grow, blood. Like boxing really started to grow. And skill, by the time it got to the '80s, it reached that precipice. It reached that precipice. You know what I'm saying? It reached it. Once you come up in that, you start to learn with your counterparts. Oh, this is what they're doing in there. They're doing this now. Oh, okay, I see. They're making these moves. They're doing it like this. You start seeing, oh, okay, this shit do make a difference. It makes a whole lot of difference. It makes a whole lot of difference, buddy. And that's when I start realizing, oh, snap. You can't just go up in them weights and be playing these same foolish games that you playing. That will get you smoked, buddy. You cannot do that. You have to get with it, as they would say. You cannot play them same games. You can't keep doing that. Niggas will bust your pack. That's when I start realizing it when I'm watching the old school guys. Like, dang, he ain't even used to fight like that. He didn't even fight like this back in the day. He had a whole different style. I want what made him change it. Oh, I see what made him change it. These Negroes came about. Certain Negroes came into boxing. Negroes, anybody, guys with talent, they got came up in there. It started changing. The landscape started changing. Once the landscape changed like that, you got to change with that landscape. You have to. You got to be willing to change with the landscape of boxing in order to get better. And I mean fundamentally and with your skill set. You have to be willing to change with the landscape. You can't keep being the same one trick pony. That's why Tio is having the problems he having. He's a one trick pony. When the athleticism done, he's Adrian Broner. We watching it again. That's the part y'all don't get. We watching AB again. Y'all don't want to hear that though. You're watching AB all over again with Tiafimo. You're watching AB all over again. They all get to a certain point, and then that plateau come to you. That plateau come to you, buddy. That plateau get you, and you be like, well, why am I? This is why Tiafimo in that one fight was saying, "Dang, do I still got it?" Like, yeah, you still got your athleticism and things like that, but you don't have the skills. The skills, no, you don't have those. That's what you don't have. You don't possess the skills. You don't possess some skills, buddy. Your skills are lacking due to the fact that you don't have someone who's telling you how or showing you the way. Thinking it work, thinking you can go to Roy and then he teach you one way. No, you need a coach with you every time you come to the gym. Y'all have a game plan. Y'all working on things every day. There has to be a regimen, a routine. Anything else is crazy. It really is. I'm only telling you because I experienced it. Anything else is buffoonery. It's buffoonery. It makes no logical sense to a brain. Zero. It's simple. It's simple with me because how you supposed to learn these things when the guy showing them never did them? You're not gonna learn them properly. However you think you learning them, you're not learning them like that. You're not. That's not how it works. And that's why I'm gonna stand on that so you don't get so people don't get killed in there. So you don't get killed in there. It's crazy that I'm gonna start asking that question off Rick. Why in your mind do you think you can teach somebody something you never did? Because you watched it. It doesn't work like that. Why do you think that in your mind when you can get killed in there? You risked your life in there before to know how to properly slip a punch and do these things? Well, no, sir. You need to chill. This is the main reason why I'm not at East Oakland Boxing Association. They not doing real boxing in there. They want it to look like real boxing, but it's not real boxing. And that's something that I'm not a part of. On top of not getting paid as a professional. As a professional. As a real legitimate professional, bro. I'm cleaning off this rice cooker. I got this rice cooker out. 2 cups of rice, 4 cups of water, a little tomato paste, a little turmeric. Oh, we gotta have the salt. We didn't even put the salt in. Gotta have the salt, my G. And I'm gonna use the Celtic. Gotta have the salt. Stir it up. That's the sauce. That rice gonna be decent. That sauce taste. Once you taste that sauce, you already know. Yeah, so man, Bam and Tio right now are having two different trajectories. It says Inoue versus Bam. Who you got, King? I got Bam. I got Bam, dog. I got Bam in the future. His style, that style. I noticed Inoue don't really like Mexicans. Inoue don't really like Mexicans, but he has the liver shot is a Mexican killer. Ken Buchanan, I'm gonna have to look at that. Robert Guerrero was trying to land an uppie versus Floyd all night when Floyd was slip and dip down. Yeah, it don't land like that because when Floyd be slipping and dipping down, he be doing this. And he be down like this, but he be kind of leaning. He be like this, so you can't get nothing. He be looking at you. Like he literally be in the corner like this. Say this is the corner right here. When he bend over at the waist, he be like this. He'll roll it and then he'll be like this, looking at you. You're not about to land no right hand. He looking directly at you. As soon as you throw it, he gonna be like, and you gonna be missing. He looking directly at you, and he got the hand there to block the hook and the uppie. And then if he get caught standing up, you when you watch the Philip Ndu fight, he tried to land the uppie. Floyd stuffed it. As soon as he tried to land it, he stuffed it. You block the uppercut like this. Say you right-handed. You block the right uppercut like this. Bang. You see that? You go from right here, say they throw the right hand straight, bang, and then they throw the right uppercut. You really just go like this. And then you keep that shoulder up, and when that uppercut come, it'll get stuffed up in there. And then if you throw the right, you can catch it, uppercut, block the hook, because they throw the hook after the uppercut. That's a fact. Even the white dude, Tony Zelle, we was watching, he'll be boxing somebody and throw to the body, he'll be like this, and then he'll be like, I seen last night, he literally was like this, fighting primarily like this. Somebody threw a shot, he was like, because his hand be out here, he was like, and caught it like, dang, caught it on some cross block shit, like, and dude tried to come underneath, caught it right there, and went right back. Like, you know who else had underrated defense that I watched and they threw awkward punches? No, he didn't do that. Tony Zell didn't do that. Rocky Marciano did that. I was watching Rocky Marciano. Man, that nigga had underrated defense. And he was strong and was in shape. Like, I was watching Rocky Marciano, dog. He was using that cross block. And he knew how to block that jab. And he'd be rolling that right hand, bending over at the waist. He had that shit down packed. I was watching it like, golly, he really know what he doing in here. But he really knows it. He really knows it. I'm looking at it. He's doing it. It's crazy. I was watching it like, man, dude, this Rocky Marciano ain't that bad. He wasn't bad at all. When you actually watching, the thing is, heavyweight was at a lower weight back then. It was at 185 because he was fighting Ezra Charles. It was him and Ezra Charles. They was in there working. They was both swole up. Ezra Charles was hitting Rocky Marciano with shots, and Rocky Marciano was coming. And see, it's the same thing. Ezra Charles, he was he from Cincinnati, But that style, that Mexican type pressure style coming, throwing wild, it was bothering him because he was in the shell. He was blocking just like that. He was doing all of that. Ezra Charles literally was doing. He was up, yup. But then he would be slapping sometimes. Ezra Charles would still have work, but he would be in that shell, like literally in the shell working. Rocky Marciano was more like right here with it. Like, and then as soon as you get to throw a shot, he'll be like, bang, and then roll in. And that's what was good. But he was literally rolling in with his head. If he would have been in there with an actual bigger guy, he would have got the uppie and they would have got him out of there eventually. He be in a cross block like this, and then when you throw the jab, he like bang, bang, bang. He just throwing right off of it. Wild shots. To really beat him, you would have to really get on your toes and box his ears off, and he wouldn't be able to come in and do nothing. And it's the thing, he really had his style. He was hard to even grab. Like you couldn't really grab him. Like watching him, you would try to grab him and tie him up. He knew how to swim your arms and bang, bang. And he was really going to Ezra Charles' guts a lot. Well, hard punches, dog. Like they was literally bending him over, like boom, boom. He was getting hurt from the shock. Rocky Marciano was strong and threw. He could tell he was heavy handed and he threw hard. He was in shape. Them type of guys is tough. They got chins. You know what I mean? I was watching that last night, looking at that style like, sheesh. You really got to be on. Muhammad would have stopped Rocky Marciano. That's the thing, because that style is tailor made for Muhammad. He was like a Joe Frazier type of nigga. Rocky Marciano was. You know what I mean? Hold on, we gotta refresh the chat. Refresh the chats. Hit that cash app. Yeah, so like I be watching all types of tapes of guys and different guys. Like as other guys you could watch when you really see and start breaking down their style, you be like, dang, I see why he was tough like that. He was tough because if anything, they gonna be doing the roll work, speed back, all that. They gonna do all and spar. So they was gonna be in shape for boxing, no matter the style. And he'd be coming in like boom, boom, and then you would throw something, he coming right off of it, pit bull style, like how pit bull crews be doing, and that's important. You gotta think they ain't even have really mitts back then, so it's like how he punches, how he was gonna punch. You know what I mean? Like they were just practicing him, showing him what to do in that style. And he was strong. He was really just strong, dog. He was strong. He was strong. Can't get caught with no shots. He gonna stop you. And you know what I mean? Like just that simple. Shout out to the 12 and the 12, the 6. Heru is in the building. Heru Huti, definitely. Know that God doesn't protect, reward, none of that. That left you with the power of having the comfort of controlling those yourself. When you sow justice to men, you reap it from God. Period. So yeah, man, Bam Rodriguez is really heems in there. He really got some good skills. He got good placement punches. You know what he turned his punches over. That's one thing you with Mikey and them, they be punching over there. They know how to train you to actually maximize your punching power. They really do. No technical sound for Tio. His technical skills is that's is why people keep saying he always look like this. This is why they be saying this. Why he looks like this. This is why they're saying it. This is exactly why they're saying it. And you have to understand that. That's what they own. Listen, we'll be back later on with another live. Y'all need to hit that cash app. Hey, listen, we're gonna be back to break down some more. We're gonna get on this internet, look and see who else fought. We really wanted to get that work in about Bam, because Bam was looking like Hemothy. Bam was looking like Hemothy. You know what I'm saying? Tio was looking like Basura. Listen, Tank will stop you going like you. Man, we'll be back to talk about it, bro. Listen, man, know that God needs to protect and rewards, man. You got the power to control and knowledge yourself, and you got that consciousness and will. Get with that. I'm in Hotep.